All right, so let's take a closer look at what I was talking about and basically how channels are masks for color, different color channels in your image. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my channels panel here on this particular image. Now you'll notice right away we see the standard RGB composite channel, which shows all of the colors in the image. Then you have the red, green, and blue channels. Now you'll notice there are different variations of tones in each one of these channels, and that's because it's masking various parts of each channel to mix and give us the various colors in our image. Now, as I mentioned before, if you look at your screen really close, you have your image, your screen is made up of these little tiny red, green, and blue dots. You have thousands of these on your screen, which ultimately create the image that you see in color. These channels mask out each one of those individual colors in different ways to ultimately mix and create all of those colors. So you can see when you have all the colors white on your image, when they're fully showing through, in fact, just to give you a better idea, let's go back to that interface and show you channels in color. Where each channel is showing at 100%, mostly on the outer edge of the image here, those are showing 100% red, 100% green in these outer corner areas, and then 100% blue on those outer areas. When those mix completely, they give you pure white. So those, all three red, green, and blue channels at 100% will give you pure white. Then you'll notice that the darker areas start to mask away certain parts of those channels in different areas. Some are darker, some are lighter, and just in various positions on the image. Now when these mix, they ultimately create different colors. And this is how you get your full range of colors in an RGB image, by mixing all these colors together. Now it's a little distracting, I think, in my experience, having these channels in color, so I'm going to go ahead and take this and turn it back off. But I just wanted to illustrate the idea of how these work. These are essentially masks for each one of those red, green, and blue channels. The darker areas don't allow as much of it to show through, and even the black areas don't let it show through at all. Gray areas let it show through some transparency, and then the white areas are allowing it to show through 100%, which ultimately mix to create pure white. So hopefully that gives you a good understanding of what is going on in the base channels of your image. And you can go in here and edit these, as I mentioned. If I went in here and just perhaps did an invert on the green channel, you'll notice what it does to the image, and it really changes the appearance of it, because now, because I inverted it, it's hiding that outer area instead of letting it show through, and ultimately has the red and blue mixing together to get this kind of weird color going on here. So you can see how channels can really, how modifying just one channel can really affect the image. And you can also see how advantageous this can be if you're doing any kind of color correction to your image. You can actually go in there, if you see in an image that there's a specific color area that needs adjusting, instead of adjusting the entire image, you can actually go in here and adjust a specific channel, and you won't have to alter the other colors in the image. So a lot of possibilities with this, but just hopefully this gives you a better idea of what is really going on in the channels and how they ultimately combine to create your full color image.